what should be the official strategy of the Conservatives, the Liberals, and the NDP? We'll just keep it to those three. What are strategies for them to win this election? And we have to keep it to bullet points.
I like it.
Because I think it's more fun that way. It's more punchy. You get the sound bites, right? Which is what social media wants.
It's about time some bullets started flying around here.
Okay, how about we start with the man of the hour, Mark Carney.
Oh, good old.
Captain Carney. What does he need to do to win? Like, what are the most important things for him to do to win?
He needs to tell Canada that the past transgressions of the Liberal Party are going to be investigated fully, and basically, I think the Canadian public wants to see some heads roll. I have that feeling just because when I was researching this last night, the list of scandals is too long to even talk about.
Yep.
We can't go through them all.
Nope.
And it would be pointless to go through them all, but they need to be addressed because they're just hanging there.
So
What's going to
clean out
happen?
the barn, essentially.
Yeah, clean it out. Somebody's got to get put on a chopping block. It's what the people need to see to feel safe and secure and trust that their politicians are accountable. I think that's the biggest thing he could do is make a bold statement that a lot of things happened that we're not proud of, and we are going to do something about that. We're going to clean up our kitchen. We're going to clean up our basement. We're going to totally clean house. Say something like that, maybe people will believe him.
What Mark Carney needs to do when it comes to all of the debates,
Show up.
True. But when it comes to the debates and when they're, and the thing that people watch the most, what they're going to judge the most when it comes to picking who they want to vote for if they haven't decided yet, keep the topic and keep everything on Trump. Keep the ball in the Conservatives' courts. Talk about Trump and the United States the entire time. Seriously, ignore when it comes to talking about the economy, when it comes to talking about housing, healthcare, crime, drugs, because they're probably going to be losing on that. He's probably going to have to go on the defense or play defense or try and haphazardly try and sway, like say, well, no, I can do a better job. I'll be different. Keep it on Trump the entire time, because Poilievre and the Conservatives are probably going to lose on that front. And again, even though we said it's not good when a party plays with people's emotions, if he wants to win in a realistic sense, he has to keep it on Trump the entire time. Because if he keeps it riled up on Trump and has the Conservatives kind of looking, kind of sweating, going, oh
Yeah.
God, and he has Poilievre sweating in that regard, then they'll probably he can probably play with people's emotions enough to win.
I would take a slightly different tact, actually a massively different tact, sorry. But I would do further to what we were talking about before. I would treat Trump as if he were the NDP or the Bloc, i.e., as Mulcair said, third party loser, don't care. Dismiss Trump, or if you do have to refer to him, like a reporter asks a question, do what we were talking about before, mock, ridicule, next question.
I see.
Don't care.
Don't bring attention to him.
Yeah, I think, and I think because we're gonna be, well, I think we already are. I think we're saturated. By that I mean sick of hearing the word Trump.
Oh, I'm
Because
really
it
sick
happened
of
on his first term.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody couldn't stand. Oh my God.
But
Trump
I
again.
feel like this time around, people are sick of it even quicker. Makes sense because we've already seen him before.
Well, yeah.
It only took, 2 months, and I already just want to just kind of unscrew my head from my neck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you don't want to watch the news anymore. And
No.
perhaps maybe that's the strategy. Get people to stop watching news so that you can do all of those underhanded things that nobody hears about until years later.
Okay. Pierre Poilievre. I'm going to start with this one because this kind of piggybacks off of what I said about Carney, but the exact opposite.
Oh.
Keep it off of Trump the entire time.
Right.
Dismiss it and basically go in and just hound Mark Carney when it comes to the economy, when it comes to housing, healthcare, crime, drugs. Just hound them, because up until Trudeau resigning, people when people like, but before the real threat of Trump was like realized and seen, those issues, especially the economy and the cost of living, that was the emotional thing that people were wanting to kill Trudeau for at least the last 2 years at minimum. So basically, he needs to just stay on course and just hound him and just give like, here are my ideas. You suck. Here are my ideas. Again, play with people's emotions.
I would tend to agree off the bat, but with some slight tweaks in that Pierre needs to definitely put a spotlight on the Liberal track record, because their track record is not spotless. There's a lot of dirt in there, and he should be chasing that dirt. On the Trump front, the ignoring, I think he could probably just follow the same playbill as I recommended for Carney, the ridicule and belittling, or just outright ignoring. Maybe that would work for him, but you're right. His major focus is the Liberal track record and asking Canada if they want to go even deeper into that hole is probably the words he should use. And I don't know how successful that would be, because I don't see Pierre projecting the strength that we were talking about before. He's not a particularly regal person. Getting rid of the glasses and having the fresh hairdo, I think it only worked for about that long, and then everybody went right back to their previous opinion of him, whatever that may have been. So I don't think he's doing himself any favors in that respect. But if he were to chase the Liberal track record, I think because of the way the world stage has changed, like I said, I predicted the Conservative majority already. But I think that's not because of anything Pierre Poilievre is going to do or has done. I think it's the world stage that is driving that election result. And I'm not sure Pierre is in a position to do anything positive for his campaign. I think Pierre can only hurt his own campaign at this point. I think you're either a Frenchman in Quebec who is up to date on all of the political scandals that have been going on for the last few years, and you're ready to vote, or you're someone somewhere else in the country who doesn't follow politics too much and just
some like Saskatchewan farmer in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah, let's pick on Saskatchewan.
It's a national pastime if you're a Manitoban.
Flatlanders.
Go Blue Bombers. Sorry, we're running out of time. I say let's quickly do with the NDP, and I have a very quick and easy one. Get rid of Jagmeet Singh. He is an ineffective. He's not a good leader when it comes to.
That's huge.
When it comes to funding and fundraising, terrible. His track record as a leader, terrible. Get rid of him, and literally, you can't focus on all the social issues and all the really ideological stuff when it comes to that. Put that to the side because everyone knows where they stand on it. They don't need to keep going on about it. Focus on the bare bones of when it comes to the working class and the unions, what they were known for, what they were founded about. Go all in, because there's things like in Newfoundland with like fishing quotas when it comes to everything with farmers. Go and just dive in head deep, travel across the country to all these little areas that have been jaded by the current Liberal government, and rally around them. They could save a lot of seats back. They're not going to win a government, obviously, but they can save a lot of seats back because Jagmeet Singh is projected. The NDP is projected to lose seats in this election, which would mark in all the elections Jagmeet Singh has been a part of, the NDP has lost seats and lost and lost and lost. Only way that they're going to gain seats back, out the door.
That's such a massive statement that I just have to say I love it. It's huge. Toss your leader. I think wholesale change is probably never a bad idea.
The NDP have had a bad track record of they like to hold on to their leaders, just clutching it to their chest.
They're so used to losing it doesn't bother them anymore.
Yeah. So
federally anyway. And provincially they are a dynamite party, but I think that's because they have a closer connection to their blue collar based, like their union, like you said, the union vote is very strong
Like
for the
working
NDP.
class blue collar people.
Right. So if the NDP wants to be taken seriously in the future, I think they need to focus on exactly what you said. Focus on their blue collar base and champion the blue collar worker. Be somebody that the blue collar can trust that is going to be in their corner, and then actually show up to fight, because the blue collar people are under serious threat. The trades are dying.
I believe Jagmeet Singh has had a bad track record at kind of showing up and really standing for strikes. When it came to that, he's had a bad track record. I don't think he's a good leader at all.
Yeah. And,
So chuck him. That's the only way that they're going to win seats is if they chuck him. Sorry.
And once you reach strike, you've already lost. Like there's no way to win from a strike. The way to win is to not have to have the strike at all. But I agree with you. Wholesale change is probably in order for a lot of political parties.
But I think the NDP is the highest on that list.
I think you're absolutely right. I think he was criticized for having the most expensive watch in the room once, and whether it was true or not.
And the whole thing with the pension, which is why
the pension thing. So I mean, if he's in it for the money, good for him. But it's not good for the country.
No,
that's a good way to end it.
Thanks for watching.